Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Don't Wrestle Your Neighbor. You good over there?
Yeah, there's like a fuzz. There was like a fuzz attacking my face.
Welcome back to the Don't Wrestle Your Neighbor podcast. We are back.
We're back again.
Again. I think this is the third back.
Yeah, this is the third time we've been back from a long break.
Yeah, but we took a break over the summer.
It's not my fault.
We took a break over the summer.
It's not my fault.
It's fine. It's my fault.
I'm here.
We took a break.
I'm here.
All right.
Whenever you want to record, I'm here.
But we are here. We got a great episode for you. Today we have a new try it, which I think you're going to find interesting because I believe many of you have done this. I am shocked by it when I heard about it, but we're going to try it. We got some mailbag.
This try it
and then
today
we got topical as well.
Is complete, like
bonkers.
It's sacrilegious.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you.
It's
as a
horrible.
person who has tried this in a different way many times.
Yeah.
All of the time.
Anyway, we're going to get to that.
Yeah, we're going to get to it, but it's going to be a great show. We got mailbag as always, and we also got a topic that Evan and I are both super kind of obsessed with right now, a show that is new, that we love, and so we want to talk about it with all of you. As always, remember, send in your questions to Evan or I, and we'd love to answer them on the show. But remember, don't wrestle your neighbor.
Don't wrestle your neighbor. Don't wrestle your neighbor.
All right, welcome back. We are
Welcome back.
Super excited to talk about this. Okay, so
What is it?
we both love Lord of the Rings.
Yes. Let me say up front, though.
Go ahead.
I haven't read the books.
Sure.
I haven't read the Silmarillion.
Sure.
I am a fan of the movies.
Sure.
So I know as much
We both are speaking from that.
as I
because
know.
I am the exact
I
same.
know as much as I know. Like my knowledge is based in the movies.
In the world in which the movies has created for you.
So I'm not like a deep diver.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I wonder, let me know though, if you are a person who watches this podcast and you love Lord of the Rings, you've read all of the books, you've read, what are you calling it? What the Silmarillion?
That's like the history of everything.
So if you've read that, let me know. That's interesting. I'd love to talk to you about it. But yeah, so
I like to think I will read them someday.
I don't believe that's true.
I would think I want to someday.
That is a lot of reading.
I want to have the time in my life to be able to do that.
For your
currently,
sake, I hope that happens.
Currently, I don't have the time to do that.
No one does.
But I want to someday.
Will you read that or Dune first?
Be that guy.
See,
it's tough.
Exactly. You won't.
Because I want to be that guy.
Yeah.
That has the time to read all of that stuff.
There's not the time and day.
I'm just not that person.
Okay.
But I want to be.
Moving on though. Okay. We both love Lord of the Rings.
Uh-huh.
We both know that this is the most expensive show ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
looks like the most expensive.
There's
show
only
ever.
2 shows out right now, 2 episodes out.
Uh-huh.
And first thoughts, go.
It looks great. There's a lot going on.
Yes.
It's very complicated. There's a lot of different storylines happening. The second episode made it clear that they're not necessarily like in parallel with one another.
Right.
Kind of. So it just makes it more complicated. There's a lot happening.
Right.
But I like the show.
Feels very similar to the opening of Dune, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm enjoying some of the characters a lot. I'm less interested in some of the other storylines, but I'm enjoying some of the characters. I like where they're going. Yep. I'm super interested to see what's going to happen as it keeps going. So that's my first impression, is highly intrigued, enjoying it, really looking forward to the next episode.
Yeah, I would agree with most of what you just said. I think it's a lot of fun. I watched it this past weekend, watched both episodes, and felt like, man, I'm being thrown into a world, realistically multiple worlds, what it feels like, and holding on to what I know from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And it's like it almost feels like I'm grasping at straws a little bit, but
we know what happens.
Yes, we do know what happens. But right now it's like, man, you're way, way before that.
It's crazy because it's on such an epic scale.
Right.
Where it's like, we're not dealing in like tens of years.
Right.
We're dealing in hundreds of years.
Right.
Where it's like in 1,000 years, the events of the Fellowship are going to take place.
Exactly.
And up until then, we're going to have this story. So it's like so epic in scale. Like the scale of the story is so grand.
It's a huge story. Like you said, it looks great. Like it really does. The presentation of it, the acting, I think so far has been pretty phenomenal.
I was saying this to Andrew, another one of our friends. The trailer I thought was not good.
I would agree with you.
I thought that
because I think most people
I was
thought
excited
it was
about the show.
because,
I was excited about the show just because I had heard the creators talk about it,
right?
And they talked about it in such a passionate way and such a detailed way, where I was like, if these guys are thinking of it in this way,
right?
There is, it's going to have a movement. The story is going to, be detailed and good, and they're really thinking about these things in a way that is going to bring it to life. That's what made me more excited about the show. The trailers, I feel like a lot of these shows...
It's best though when the trailer isn't good.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of these shows, like the trailers and the teasers, is just such a poor representation of what it's actually going to be. So I kind of try to stay away from that stuff.
I watched the trailer once and then I was like, okay, I'm going to let the work do itself. But probably my favorite part of the show so far is the fact that I can't binge it. That's been nice. I know you high school students or students who are going to watch this, you like binge watching TV. I am a person who does like doing that as well. But they're coming out weekly.
For hour-long episodes, it's kind of nice.
It's good. It's refreshing to know, okay, I got to wait on this.
Yeah.
I guess you could be the person who could wait till the whole season is done and then you could go binge it. But if you want to be in the know, which we're not going to give any spoilers.
You got to go episode by episode.
You got to go episode by episode.
Which, I mean, it's hard to say spoilers necessarily.
Yeah, that's...
Because the information's out there. I mean...
Very true. Very true. We all know
if you start
happens.
Googling things...
Well, also, we know what happens.
Well, yeah. And if you start Googling things, you're going to ruin it for yourself.
True.
Like, I did that with both Rings of Power and House of Dragon that came out.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if you start trying to look historical stuff up, like where did this come from? Who is this person? Who is like
good luck.
The child that they have? It's like going to ruin things for you.
Okay. So
the information's out there.
Grade for first 2 episodes, Lord of the Rings of Power.
How many elf daggers do I give the first 2 episodes out of 5?
Let's go, or grade. You could do a grade. My grade would be first 2 episodes. I give a solid B+. There's a lot of room to grow.
Whoa.
Setting it up.
We need to come up with a solid grading or numbering system.
Grade. I said grade.
So we're doing a grading system.
We're doing a grading system.
That's what we're doing. And we're sticking with that.
Yes. I'm doing a grade and I'm giving a B+.
Okay.
I think it was good, but there is room for improvement.
I'm going to give it a B-.
But that's fair.
Because it is so confusing and convoluted and complex, but I love what they're going. I love that it's a classic story of good versus evil, light and dark.
Amen.
And they're going to band together, figure it out.
We're going to see it. I love it. Awesome. Well, let us know what you think of the first 2 episodes of Rings of Power. And we'll probably be saying a lot more as the season goes on because it's really a good show. Like, it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's got a lot of good themes, as you just said. But we're going to move on now to a favorite of mine. Mailbag. And I actually
You actually have it? The physical
bag.
mailbag.
I will say, this bag has not left this room.
No, it has not.
Since the last time we aired an episode. So this should be interesting what questions we have in here. I'm going to read them and hope that they're good. Maybe they will be, maybe they won't. I feel like this is a good question, but maybe we've answered it before, but I'll read it. It's from Meredith Owens, a former student of ours. She graduated this past year, but now is going to be a volunteer of ours, I believe. But how many shoes are in your rotation?
Oh, yes.
But we've answered that.
Yes.
How often do you buy a new pair of shoes?
So I've dropped off on the new pair of shoes thing.
Yep.
Recently, I've been thinking I need to get another pair of shoes in there.
Right.
I think you recently bought about 2 or 3 new pairs of shoes.
Recent is stretch.
Well, it was probably 3 months ago.
Still, yeah, it's not that recent.
It's fairly recent.
Sure.
But I got some like slip-on, like casual shoes.
Right.
Like at the beginning of the summer, probably. But that wasn't like a huge shoe purchase.
Right.
I'm really trying to find that next pair of shoes I'm excited about.
Sure.
Like I'm in the process of like just finding that shoe I'm excited about right now. But in my current rotation, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 pairs in the current rotation, I'd say.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. How often I think is a toughie for me to answer.
Like I probably buy 2 pairs of shoes a year.
A year?
Yeah.
Total?
Maybe. No.
Looking more like 4.
Probably between 3 and 4. I probably buy a pair of shoes or 2.
Wait. You buy or your wife buys for you?
Either or, because I'll get one for like a pair of shoes for my birthday.
Sure.
Or something like that,
Sure.
you know?
Okay.
And that'll be 1 or 2 at the beginning of the summer. And then in the fall, usually there's another pair coming in.
Yeah, I'm about 3 or 4 a year that I buy in rotation. I'm about 7 right now.
One of my favorite, probably top 3 pairs of shoes ever, ones that I want in my rotation constantly, they're not making right now.
I know.
So they're like $1,000 a pair, and I need a new pair. You saw me wearing the old ones the other day. Did you see them?
I did, yes. The Cortezes.
Yeah, and they're just old.
I know you're sad about it. You had a whole little sob story about how sad you were.
They're too expensive.
They are.
I can't.
I would hope.
I can't pay hundreds of dollars for a pair of Nike Cortez.
No, you can't. It's best that you don't. Moving on. This one is from Taryn, another senior who graduated this past year. If you were a Starbucks drink, what would you be? I'm gonna just say what I like, and it's a honey citrus tea.
I'm going to say what I like too, and that is from Starbucks. This is like the only drink I like there. It's a coconut milk latte.
You've never had a honey citrus tea
Hot.
from there.
That's what I had. That's what I've got. And you're right.
Okay.
I haven't had that.
You need to try it. I think you would like it. We're going to do 2 more. This one's from Kelsey.
Oh.
What emotion do you experience the most? Oh, gosh, dang it, Kelsey.
Anger. No, probably stress. Is that an emotion?
I think it's fair to say that that's an emotion. Yeah.
I probably feel that one the most.
Yeah.
Or disappointment. What about you?
Wah, wah, wah. Stress would definitely be one. I find myself... this is a really uplifting podcast today. But I probably find myself feeling with my daughters right now, like it's not stress, it's not sadness, but it is a feeling right now of like they're growing up, and it's not sad, but it also doesn't, and it makes me happy.
It's like a melancholic optimism.
It's like this is reality.
Yeah.
And it makes me want to weep, but it also makes me joyful. So it's like a weird, like,
it's like somewhere between like hopefulness and like optimism for the future, and being feeling blue or melancholy about the fact that time's passing. That's profound. That's you're getting older, you know.
I know. Yep. Last question. Would you rather have to live the rest of your life as a worm or a hamster?
I'm going to go.
It's the rest of your life. Which means, is it the rest of my human life, as in I live human years, or do I live the life of a hamster or a worm? Because that's a good question.
A free range hamster or like a hamster in a cage?
Let's go free. I don't know that I've ever known that a hamster lives in the wild.
I don't think I have either. I've never known one. I've never known a wild hamster.
Do hamsters live in the wild?
I don't know. Hamster-like creatures live in the wild.
Sure.
I'm going to go with worm.
But you constantly have to be worried about people stepping on you.
No, I'm in the ground, baby. I'm underneath the ground.
Interesting.
Guess what?
What?
My tail gets ripped off, I grow another one.
True.
Yeah. I'm in the ground. I'm free. I'm eating dirt. I'm living life. I'm loving it.
Until an eagle comes and picks you up.
Yeah, but what a way to go.
I think quick. I think I would go hamster.
Wow, you're gonna be locked in a cage for the rest of
Domesticated.
your life.
I have a life.
In order to drink anything, you have to go.
Everyone knows. Yeah. How do you drink as a worm?
You don't drink.
You just live.
You just
exist.
absorb the water from the
Sure.
ground.
I know nothing about
I'm
worms.
just chomping on dirt, baby.
Right. But like realistically, think about this as a hamster. Do you know any hamster that hasn't died? Hamsters die all the time.
Yeah.
But a hamster that hasn't gotten out of its cage, I could get out. Have you seen?
I mean, the numbers show that you wouldn't.
Well, whatever. Okay, I'm going hamster. Let me know in the chat. Would you rather be, for the rest of your life, would you rather be a worm or a hamster? I'm going hamster. Evan's going worm.
Yep.
We're sticking to it.
Yeah.
But all right, last thing on the list to cover is we're going to try it.
We gotta try it.
And we're trying something today that we've all had before. We're trying ramen noodles, and you see them here. We both love ramen.
They have
very much.
the per serving calorie count.
Right.
And who is eating half of the noodle block?
I don't
Comment below if you are
Yes.
a person that is eating half of the noodle block.
because we no longer trust you.
I am not eating. I am not
when
a
I was in
half the noodle
college, I
block
was
kind of
eating
guy.
2 of these things.
Yeah.
For lunch and dinner.
More than one serving? Oh no.
But anyway, we're gonna try this because this is interesting to me. It came to my attention lately. This is a lot of sodium. I can see.
That's what I was just seeing.
It takes
That's
me
what I was
back
just
every
seeing.
single time. But
66% of the daily amount of sodium you would need in this
gosh,
one pack.
interesting. But it came to my attention that people actually eat these without cooking them. That they eat them like they put the seasoning on top of this and then they just chew it.
It's baffling to me that people do that.
Yeah, like even our very own Daniel Cook said he used to do this all the time. Like it was a normal thing. They would pass it around, like it was like a drink. Like I don't understand it, but we're gonna try it that way. Let me know. Hey, you in the comments. Like, let me know in the comments. Do you eat ramen like this? Like that? I'm beside myself.
I
but we're
like
gonna
how
try
there's
it.
I like how there's a thing on the back of here that says you may reduce the amount of sodium by simply using less of the flavor packet. Like they're going, we know. Like
This is going to break my teeth.
possibly, yeah. Also, it's going to make a huge mess.
Do you want to get plates?
I mean, not really. Just don't spill the seasoning packet.
How do I?
You just going to lay it on top of there? What's your plan?
You gotta tear it on the line, bro. I am obviously an idiot.
Aw. That line is false advertising.
Spreading it. All right. Are you ready yet?
Mm-mm. Oh.
Look
I got a
at
small
my
hole.
Section. Look at my section here.
Yeah. Oh, we don't want too much sodium. Remember that. Okay. This is absurd to me. This is absurd that you would not cook this.
People really do this.
The broth is the best part.
People really do this. All right, let's take. Oh man. Okay.
It's definitely crunchier. I'm going in for that ASMR. All right, I have an opinion. developed.
Go ahead.
Why would you eat it that way?
That's word
Impatience?
Word for word what I was about to
You're
say.
impatient? Is that why? Because that is just not the way to do it.
Nor is it good.
Look, boil a cup of water and just put the noodles in there, let them cook, and then eat it the delicious way. I mean, that's like the packet is just pure chicken salt. So, of course, that's delicious no matter how you eat it. But it's like the crunchy, like noodle
It's like
situation.
worse than the idea of eating cereal without milk.
You know what, though? You know what? Listen, hear me out.
I'm not against it completely.
Like, think about a chip with that seasoning on it. That'd be good.
Sure.
That's kind of what that is. So, like, on a level, I understand it.
Right,
But whenever I think about how I
you
could
would
eat it,
basically have to dip the crunch or whatever the noodles.
the crunch.
The crunch. You'd have to dip the noodles in the seasoning for it to be like that.
Yeah, I just don't.
It doesn't make sense.
To me, it's not the optimal way of eating ramen, but it is a way.
But it's like
I see why people would like it.
I don't. I
don't know. I don't know why you would. It's not better than the other way.
It's like a
but
minute.
I see why people would do
It's
it.
a minute difference of waste.
Yeah, maybe they don't have pots to warm up their water.
I just like that. Like just eating that. Like, oh,
I know.
You're already eating ramen.
I know.
Why would you eat it like a caveman?
I don't know.
I'm not for it. Let me know if this is how you eat ramen.
How many ramen noodles out of 5? Sorry, we do grades. We don't do numbers.
F. You fail.
I would give that a C.
Well, because like for me, I have to do more work.
I would give it a C, passing grade.
I have
It's
to
passing.
do more work to eat that the way that I need that I would want to. Mm-hmm. I have to pour the sodium onto this on the noodles.
We're separating nutrients here.
It's just I don't get doesn't make sense. F is strong. I'm gonna go D. I'm gonna go a D for the grade of that.
I'm giving it a passing grade because I didn't need to spit it out.
Sure.
But
to me, the biggest issue is like it makes zero sense when it like takes. I mean, what does the bag say? How long does it take to cook this in a microwave?
I don't know.
1 minute.
Well, there you go, folks.
So hey,
that's our opinion on the crunchy ramen.
well, but hey, next week we will be back again for another episode of the Don't Wrestle Your Neighbor podcast. Put in the comments what you want us to try, maybe some questions you might have for us, and your opinion on ramen not being cooked. I'm not a fan. Evan gives us a passing grade. I give it a D. But it is what it is. But always remember, thanks for joining us. But don't
Wrestle your neighbor.
We're out.
Bye.